Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've come before. Today I'm going to be doing a collab with the absolutely gorgeous Lillith Luna, who you may already know from YouTube and Instagram and that other place. But if you don't know her, then I highly suggest that you look her up. What we're going to be doing is using this palette, the Spellbound Beauty Witchcraft palette. We're going to be using a random number generator to pick 4 colours for us, and we're going to be attempting to do a look. Might be this one. So if you'd like to see how we get on and hear a little bit more about Lillith Luna and myself, don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm very disappointed in you. You've let yourself down, you've let the school down, but most of all, you've let me down. So go ahead, subscribe, like, all that stuff, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, as you can see, I haven't done any eye makeup at all, apart from I've got a little bit of base, a little bit of white makeup base on my eyes, and of course my trusty Barry M waterproof eyeliner inside my waterline and my tight line. So we've got the palette, which is the beautiful Witchcraft palette, and I'll show you the colours. So here's the colours, and the numbers are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15. Okay. And I've got here, which of course has closed itself. Here it is. It's a random number generator, and it goes up to 15, and I'm going to do it 4 times so you can see me doing it. Okay, so here it is, and we go spin. It's exciting, isn't it? And we get 7. So I'll just jot that down there. I'm not going to look yet. We'll do it again. And it is 2, 7, 2, halfway there. Ten, 7, 2, 10, last one. 14. Okay, 7, 2, 10 and 14. So let's see what we get. So we get 7 potion, 2 oleander, 10 villainess, and 14 magic. So we've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. I wonder what I'm going to think up. Well, stand by and I'll be right back. Well, this is exciting, isn't it? I've got oleander, potion, villainess, and magic to play with. So I think I'm going to start off with villainess and just start basically. Oh, I've forgotten my tea towel to put on my lap. There we are. I don't want to get it all over my clothing today. So I'm going to start off with this green of villainess, and we're going to go from there. So I'm just whacking it on with a nice flat brush. There we go. And the thing about these mats in here, there might not be very many, but they're really nice. They're very smooth. Yes, very smooth indeed. They sort of feel silky as you put them on. So obviously I said to dear Lillith that as long as you have 4 colours, that wouldn't be too many to feel overwhelmed by. And we are allowed black eyeliner. as well. So if it comes to it at the end and I need to have a wing or a line or anything really, that is allowed in the terms of the bingo. And we're gonna see how we go from there. Obviously I put my black lipstick on first because A, time, and B, black goes with everything. And as we always say, black is a nude lip for goths. Lillith herself looks lovely in a black lip, and she's very much more experimental than I am with her lip colours. When you go over to her Instagram and have a look at some of the looks she does, and she does them pretty much every day actually, which is much more than I do these days, you'll see that she does a tremendous lot of different lips as well as different eye looks. A little bit of fallout here, just gonna brush it gently off. There we go. What was I going to say? Oh yes, so lovely Lillith. What can I tell you? Well, I've known her for quite some years now, and we met online, obviously, because she lives in America. She lives in a place called South Carolina, and she lives in a town there which is very similar name to a part of London where there is a famous market. Oleander is number 2 and Potion is number 7. So what I'm going to do is, and Magic, which is number 14, is this gorgeous thing. So I think what I'm going to do is go in with the Magic colour on my lid, and being a shimmery shim, it goes on better with a finger. Luckily I've got very short nails at the moment, so that's good. What was I saying? Oh yes, so she lives in South Carolina, and I met her when I met a whole other bunch of the most charming, adorable and lovely elder goth ladies on a Facebook group called the Gotham Girls. And if you're old like me, you'll remember a TV show called The Golden Girls. Oh, that was such a funny show. Everybody used to watch that all the time. It was just the funniest thing. And so we've got this group called the Gotham Girls because we're all of a reasonably similar age. I mean, I think I'm one of the older ones. But they're all, you know, nobody is in... God, the fallout is quite bad actually. Nobody is in the very first flush of their youth, and they won't mind me saying that. Well, they better not. She always followed my YouTube from quite early on and would write the loveliest comments. I'm just going to take a little fluffy brush and a little bit of this green villainess and just try and blend this into a blendy sort of occurrence, which is not going very well, but there we are. Yes, so Lillith does, as I say, quite a lot on Instagram. I do believe that she is also involved with the TikToksic, which I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole if you gave me the money, but that's just me. I know a lot of people like it. For the life of me, I don't know why, but who knows. Anyway, I'm just going to do a little bit more green here. And she recently started doing YouTube as well, and I was absolutely thrilled for her because it gives her a chance to do a bit more, gives her a chance to concentrate on clothes, and she does love her clothes, I have to say. Anyway, let's see how we're going with this. Let me just flip the mirror. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? So that's good for a start. So do a bit of this, do a bit of this, take this out here a bit. Because I haven't got any white to blend it out with, I'm going to go out on a limb here and try this oleander and see what happens. Not a tremendous lot really. Okay, that's fine. What we can do with that is I'll use a different finger and put some here and see how that works. Oh yeah, you see, look, that takes the blue of the magic, which I'll put a bit more on there, so it sort of like goes down the centre. That's almost a halo eye. I'm going to say that's almost a halo eye, and nobody's going to argue with me. Yeah. So we'll put that up there like that. What was I saying? Oh yes. She does a lot with clothes. So that's 3 colours on, and the next one is potion. So I am going to, what am I going to use? Not that, maybe this? Yeah, this. And I'm going to use potion, which is number 7, and I'm going to go in and use it as a corner, if I can get it to behave. Don't look. And so lovely Lillith, I advise you all to go over, have a look at her YouTube, have a look at her Instagram, and see what an absolute sweetie she is. She's got cats, which obviously is a good thing. Anyone who loves their cats is obviously a nice person. Oh, that looks nice like that, doesn't it? And what else can I tell you, really? She wanted me to talk about some how I got into the goth scene of things, as it were. And to be absolutely honest with her and you, I think I'm going to put a bit more green in with this one. I think it goes back thousands of years. No, it goes back a very long way indeed into my childhood, where I was just fascinated with ghosts and witches and fairies and horror stories and nighttime adventures, and you know, those owl pellets that the owls cough up with all the little bones in, that we used to have on our nature table in junior school. I think that really is how I started how I started on my road to darkness. And if you were to meet any of my junior school teachers, and I suppose those are years, I don't know, 7-ish to about 12, something like that, perhaps. That's all I was interested in, was spooky things and spooky books and witchy things, and that when we did lots of creative writing, and that was all I used to write about. Same when I went up to grammar school, and that again, that was all I used to write about. And then punk rock came along in 76, 77, and I just sort of got into that massively. And from punk, that takes you on to new romantic, and from new romantic that takes you on to goth from there, and it just sort of flows through. And the music base, obviously, of goth is what it's all about, but it is about the cultural phenomenon of beauty in darkness, which is, you know, like gothic novels, gothic films, all the things prior to the gothic music. that make up so much of our subculture. Where would we be without Christopher Lee as Dracula? Where would we be without the first of the Gothic novels, The Castle of Otranto? Where would we be without Byron and all the other? Where would we be without painters like Caspar David Friedrich? We wouldn't be anywhere, really. The music comes from there, and the first music, obviously, that I can say really hit me in the centre of my head and my heart and my soul, apart from the obvious ones like Sisters of Mercy, etc., Cult, things like that, is more goth rock. So it comes from my history of being interested in rock music through the Doors and Led Zeppelin and things like that, and that was Fields of the Nephilim. I'm sure I've told you this story before, being in a record shop and hearing this music, and I'm just going in with that Lashy Doodle eyeliner that I got from the Gothic Beauty box the other week, hearing this music in a record shop and thinking, oh my God, what is that? It's amazing. And I went up to the chap behind the counter and asked him what it was, and he told me it's this band called Fields of the Nephilim. And I thought, well, Fields of the Nephilim. I know what Nephilim are. Known for a long time. And if this band know what they are too, then they're the band for me. And from then on, I was a true follower of that style of goth rock. Oh, that's a good... Oh, this is better than I thought. I'm just going to go and try and do the other one. Of course, I'm sure it won't be as good, but let's have a go. I can't play you any Fields of the Nephilim, of course, because of YouTube rules. But if you haven't heard any, I highly recommend that you go and do so. I recently got rid of a lot of vinyl and just kept a few important records. And of course, my Fields of the Nephilim Psychonaut album was one of the vinyl records I kept. See, I told you I wouldn't be able to do it as well on this side. I'll just put some mascara on my lower lashes, because we are allowed mascara in this challenge and lashes. I'm sure Lilith won't appreciate me just muttering and mumbling about nothing in particular. But this is almost the look. What I'm going to do is... Where's that? Oh, it's in my hand. I'm just going to wipe off most of the... Actually, no, I'm not. I'll use a different one. I'm going to use a big fluffy brush and just try and blend this green a tiny bit more. It's difficult when you've got nothing to blend it with apart from that strange, what was it called? Oleander colour, which what I might do is put a bit more here. Oh, look what you've made me do now. Put a big blob of it there. We don't really want a big blob of it. But now I'm going to have to do the same on the other side. I think it got caught in my nail. Yeah, so I'm just going to go and put my lashes on. I'll be right back. Well, there we have it then. 4 colours chosen completely at random from the Witchcraft palette by Spellbound Beauty. Now, if you're in the UK, I can't speak for Europe, but if you're in the UK, You can get this for £25.28 on Etsy, and it consists of 15 colours, what did I write down, 5 mattes and 10 shimmers, which is a lot of shimmers for your money. And as you can see, they're pretty lovely, but there's no white and there's no black. So if you're looking for something to complement another palette, this could be the one for you. Anywho, let us say thank you so much to Lillith Luna for joining me on this collab. Rush over to her Instagram and her YouTube and see on her YouTube what she does in collaboration with me on this bingo palette bingo challenge. I'll leave all the details in the description. Thanks again everybody for watching, really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what sort of videos you like to see most of, whether you like the DIY or the makeup or a mixture, because I do like to take your ideas on board. And in the meantime, all my love to you and your animal companions, whatever they are, wherever they are, and wherever you are in the world. So remember, age is just, okay, it might be a number, but it's how you feel in your head, really. Stay warm or cool. Stay very safe, everybody. And always, always stay strange.